we're done with one suit. Look at that. There's only 3 left. Ace of Pentacles with a dragon. And I don't think about dragons for hoarding money. So it's kind of like a contradicting image for myself, but also it's a dragon and I kind of wanted this because it's one of my favorite cards from the deck. It's more about, I have this and I'm going to share it when I want to share it. Otherwise, I know how to protect myself, because you wouldn't go anywhere near that dragon and try to keep or take away their coin. And I like how this is a galaxy, so it doesn't have to be money. It can be resource and energy and whatnot. And I have a few others. Okay, I have a lot. Oh wow. It was hard to choose. This was a very, very close second favorite, because I like how the turtle is bringing the opportunity, because I read the Ace of Pentacles as well, in a way that it's an opportunity for something stable and long-term. And what's more long-term and maybe slowly developing than a turtle. Oh, just so cute. And I just love the steampunk feeling of this one. I could have left this one out, but maybe either I was just tired or who knows. And I love the door symbology, because, this is an opportunity that you need to walk through. And you don't clearly see what's happening or what's coming or what's there. But it's going to be a very big what if you don't say yes to it. I also love the aspect of, growing something out of this one seed, because this is an opportunity for a long-term thing. And that's why I love this one as well. And because of these type of seeds, they fall on the ground wherever and whenever they can travel. So if you don't hold on to it, then the others might not come into your direction. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. And I love this one because even though this is a treasure chest, that was the word that I was looking for, it shows that you have to, keep your eyes open and dig through the bottom of the sea sometimes to find these opportunities. They're not necessarily going to fall into your hand, even though they can. And I just like that. And also the door, this is an opportunity that you need to walk through in order to be able to enjoy. Okay. I don't think there's going to be a lot from this deck, so kind of going to move things around so I can better keep track of things. Okay, next one is the Two of Pentacles. It's not necessarily the best representation of how I read the Two of Pentacles at first glance, but I just love how it looks. But also it has, the ups and downs and some indication of cycles with the flowers. So I love that. But yeah, with this one, I think I went more for the what is it called? The aesthetic. Why was that so hard? Because this one is a bit more obvious, but I kind of don't like that they are both up, even though you need to balance to find the things. I like the up and down of it, of this way the symbol is. If it would have been like that, this would have been my favorite, because it also shows how anything and everything can just put you off balance. And it is this one is good. It kind of balancing the everyday, the burst, and the energetic one. But she's not looking at either of them, so that's kind of like something that I was missing, Because how you learn to read this card is you can't keep your eyes on both of these pentacles. You always have to, you know, switch your attention between them, and that's why they are not both up like in this one. But it, you know, indicates a more positive attitude of the card. And this one is an interesting one because, you know, we have the unbalance and he's looking at one of them, which is good. But also there's a foxtail, which is kind of like, I don't know, I haven't read the guidebook yet, I don't have that time, but it kind of gave me that idea that, you know, there's a spiritual help as well. So even if you're standing on one leg, you can find your inner strength or higher ups, whatever, to support you to do this juggling. But maybe that's just, you know, there's maybe something completely not how it's read. And with this one, I just like how this dragon is like, everything, you know, all the children are, you know, running around, but I can take care of them and I can't be bothered because I'm just a badass mom. And I like that. Okay. The Three of Pentacles. And this one was interesting that I chose from the Steampunk Tarot, but I like that there's age, there's different aspect, because there's someone who's doing the manual labor, putting together, you know, putting up the pentacles here. She's the one who's, you know, getting her hands dirty. There's someone who's bringing in the experience and the knowledge of how to do this. But there's also one with the cards who can sort of offer that higher perspective, or, you know, a help in unexpected ways. And I just love that, you know, this team could, you know, star in a books. Maybe I could write it. Maybe I should. And I have a few others, obviously, just a few. And this one I loved because it's not just that, you know, how much energy and teamwork it requires to take care of children, or eggs in this case, but also because, you know, the eggs, I'm not saying the eggs needs to be on the knowing end of being part of this team, but in an unconscious way, the tiny dragons are part of this teamwork because they need to do their part. They need to break out of the shelf as well. And it's a reminder that being part of the team, and I like that in this one as well, doesn't mean you have to, you know, all of you have to do the same thing. It just means that you need to bring in what you're supposed to bring in to the equation, or, you know, to the bring that to the table. And I like this one because it's a reminder that you can help grow and evolve to others as well. And like I said, I like that, you know, you're all putting together what you have and create something different from out of that. But this definitely is my favorite one. Okay, next one is Four of Coins with a spider. And I know that, you know, Four of Coins, Four of Pentacles is usually, or originally maybe it's greed, but I read that as the shadow side of the card. How I read it when the Four of Pentacles comes up is that you need to be mindful of where you put your resources, who you're sharing it with, you know, your time, your energy, your money, because it's probably not the time to just freely spend it. But it doesn't mean you're not supposed to share anything you have. It's just that, you know, be a bit more mindful. So I like her expression. It kind of gives me that I'm calm, I'm collected, I know where I need to spend my money, and this is not the time, and you're not getting mine. You know, I'm not sharing it with you because you don't deserve it. And there's a few for this one, because this one is how it can mean protection, you know, having enough money, or I don't even know if it's Pentacles, but he seems happy. And he's sitting under a mushroom, and it kind of gives me that, look at the snail, that safe and protected feeling, which is the keyword on this one, protection. And I kind of think that this is a good reminder that yes, having enough material resource can mean protection as well. You know, it can buy you safety. And this one is from a new deck, and I just read the guidebook for this one, and that's why I know that this card asks you to see if you're the one feeding, you know, the machine, or the machine is feeding you, because it's important to know if you're putting in the effort and energy into a situation and you're the only one who's doing that, or maybe it's supposed to be the other way around, and you know, you're being supposed to be taken care of and being shared with, which I kind of I like that one. And this is definitely on the more negative side, that when you have more than enough and you're choosing not to share because you're afraid that if you do that, you're gonna lose everything. But what you're gonna lose is your humanity. Next one, 5 of Pentacles, feeling left out. I mean, I think this is the perfect card for that. Looking at, you know, from the other side of the river, and a family having fun, and feeling left out, and, you know, being alone because you're a Sasquatch. And you're afraid that they're not going to let you join the party, which is probably true, by the way. And yeah, there's only 2 cards. And I kind of like this, you know, because you don't know if you're the one here, even though the Pentacles are here, and other people are just looking up at you and seeing how much you have, or you're these people down here who wants that and don't think that they will ever be up there and being able to get from that from those Pentacles. But I had no time to read this one yet. And this is you know, more traditional, and I just I picked it for the cat, because the cat is like, dude, you just went past this, you know, this church, why are you not going inside? Sometimes cats are much smarter than humans. Okay, next one is 6 of Pentacles. And I like that, you know, when you're in that position, I talked about this with the Strength card. When you're in that position, share what you have, because it's important. But also learn how to accept help, because some people, I know a few, struggle with accepting help, and it can be also very frustrating that when you want to help someone that doesn't want to, you know, accept, because they don't know how to do that. And this card is more about, you know, what you share doesn't have to mean money, even though, you know, there are Pentacles here. It's water that will help this plant grow. So it's, you know, energy is what you share, your intentions. And I love this one because it's when the little prince asked the, oh, what is the captain of the airplane, whatever, the pilot, that was hard, to draw a shape, you know, so you can share your knowledge, your experience, your skills with someone, not just your money. So I think that's a very good one as well. And it's still not, oh, there's not a lot of light. Next one is 7 of Pentacles, and I know a lot of people don't like pregnant people or fae or whatever in decks, but what perfect analogy is for the, you know, 7 of Pentacles than being pregnant, because you did all you could. You created that child. You took your vitamins. You try to be as stress free as you know you could. But now all you can do is wait until the child is born, and I think that's just a beautiful analogy for this card, and I can't wait to deep dive into this deck. But that doesn't mean that, you know, we can only look at pregnant creatures. We have the roses as well, that you need to, you know, create an environment that they can grow on and be supported, and now you have to wait until they bloom. And this one as well, taking care of and then just waiting. And this is traditional, but because it's an apple tree, it's also, you know, like the fruit. All you can do is, not everything is in your control, because nature has its way with how things are going to turn out. You need to be patient, which is like ha 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 ha. At least for me, I have issues with patience. But I told you guys already so many times. Eight of Pentacles. This is quite a simple one, but a simple one, symbology-wise. Is my mind just shortened the sentence. But I like the bee, because you know what? If you say hard work and hardworking creatures, you think about bees and teamwork and working together and just doing your job. And that's the Eight of Pentacles, pretty much. And the other creatures that we have for this one is a spider, and that's a good one as well, because spiders need time and dedication for their web, because you know, after they created it once, they constantly need to check it and fix it and just perfect it in a way. So I like that one as well. Also, I like the teamwork aspect of this card, because it doesn't always have to do these Eight of Pentacles type of work alone. Sometimes you can ask for help. And I think this one was a good one, because inventors are also the perfect example of that need of perfecting. Because if you give up, you're gonna lose everything that you worked so hard for. But you just don't know if your 1001 attempt is going to be the successful one. And inventors are the ones who are a good example of constantly trying and trying and trying until they either get it right or not. But you know, it's up to you if you're giving up or not. So I really like that one as well. Okay, Nine of Pentacles, another one from the Hidden Realm. And there's not a lot from the symbology, even though we have it's a robin, right? I think in English, I think it's a robin. You know, we have the bird, and we can see that she's well off financially. I love this color, it's just so beautiful. I don't think it would suit my skin, because I'm just too, I don't know, or maybe not, who knows. Whatever, I just love this dress. But she looks so peaceful and calm, and you know, she's like, I'm at my place, I have what I need, and I don't need more, and what I have, I can share it with others. So I just love that peacefulness of her facial expression. And we have a few others. Oh, sorry, I forgot. This was also the other Eight of Pentacles. Because you see, I need to label them, because I forgot. Because you know, I talked about the inventors. This is, you know, practicing music. It definitely gives off that feeling too, that you need a lot of time to put in to perfect your play for it to be a good one. So yeah, sorry about that. First mistake. Okay, so yeah, like I said, I love her expression. This is also my happy place. I mean, you know, under a tree that doesn't just grow one apple, it kind of grows oranges and money, reading, having a nice lunch. This sounds like paradise, honestly. And I love that she's older and she knows how to take care of things, and she can find happiness in knowing that she did what she wanted with her life. And she's the young one. She's like, bye bitches, I have everything I wanted. And you know, even the birds are here because they know that I'm sharing with what I have. So this is a more sassy Nine of Pentacles. For a second I was like, oh, was that even Nine of Pentacles? Okay. Next one is a Ten of Pentacles with the tiny card again. And this is the traditional one, but I kind of like that, this is that sort of a family picture where everyone's gathered, but they want to be there. And like, look at the cat with the baby. Because there were a few of the cards where this was the same image, a family sort of posing for a family picture, but they didn't look happy, which was kind of like, what? So that was weird. And I love this one because, you just don't know, she just pulled this card, a Ten of Pentacles, and this is a future she's manifesting, or she pulled the card for this family because, she's looking differently. So this is kind of an interesting one. Or she just, looks at this card and thinks about this family as something that she wants to have. There's just some open interpretation, or there could be jealousy, which kind of sucks. And I love this Ten of Pentacles as well because it's about legacy, and older people is more appropriate for this one if you think about that keyword, and sharing what you have and building a life together and just getting connected in a way. But I also love this one because of how Sam finally got his picket fence and the family and the son that he wanted after all, and he was very, very much deserving of it, and he worked his ass off and he sacrificed so much. So it also a reminder that this Ten of Pentacles is not going to come without sacrifice and hard work, which I think is a good one. Okay, Page of Pentacles. I love the colors. Let's just start with that. And what I love this in this one is that he's too immersed in the pentacle to notice that this flower is starting to grow around it. So it's kind of like a bit of on the dangerous side because this is a page, so he doesn't know what to do yet. And I only have one, and this is already a colored one, so that's why the original doesn't have any color. But I kind of like that, he has the key, he has the pentacle, but he's kind of knows that he needs to do something with the ground. But he's like, okay, what am I supposed to do with this key? So he didn't figure out where to put it yet. And I kind of like that one. Okay. The next one is from the same deck because I just kind of loved not just love the colors, but the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, for a lot of people it's the boring knight because he's slow, he's not spontaneous, and for a lot of people that's just like but for me that's stability, that's someone you can depend on. But it doesn't mean that they're boring, because look at that, he has a unicorn. So I kind of feel like the Knight of Pentacles has a bad rap. But to be honest, I'd rather have a Knight of Pentacles than a Knight of Cups, even though the Knight of Cups is fun. I'd rather have someone who's unique in their own reserved way that you will only find out if you give them a chance, because, they're not gonna be flashy, they're not gonna be very open about what they want, or, they're not gonna put themselves into the center of attention, but it doesn't mean that they don't have hidden depths or unicorns. So I kind of like that, positive spin on this card. Oh, spoiler. And there's two, which I love that he's riding a snail because it's a snow one. There's no snow. It's a slow ride, but it's a short ride, so yeah, that's good. Also, walking barefoot on the field slowly, but planting all these pentacles, all these seeds, I just kind of like, because you know he knows what to do and what he wants and how to get it. It's a much more thoughtful knight than the other ones, which is, I think, is great. Well, I will have to check how much that card deck is represented. My absolute all-time favorite Queen of Pentacles. You cannot show me a more beautiful Queen of Pentacles. I read the Queen of Pentacles as Mrs. Weasley, and I know that she's nothing like Mrs. Weasley. She's more in the elegant and what's the word that I'm looking for? It's I almost got it. That's so annoying. She has everything she wants, and she's comfortable, and I'm not gonna find that word, and it's so annoying, but whatever. So how I read Mrs. Weasley would look like this if she would choose to spend the money and resources on herself, but because she is the Queen of Pentacles, she chooses to spend that on other people because she wants to take care of everybody else. And yeah, even though sometimes maybe Mrs. Weasley is not the Queen of Pentacles, she doesn't spend enough effort on herself, but it's not because, you know, she doesn't care. If she had the resources, she had the money, she would look like this, I'm sure. But, you know, for her, family is the first. And for me, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely all about that mother nurturing energy. That, I mean, all the queens are that, but she's taking care of your 3D, you know, physical needs. And I just look at that. She's beautiful. So, yeah. And I have just this one because of the colors, she gives off that warm feeling that this queen gives off. I mean, for me, the colors are just so perfect in both of these. So close, very close second. And we have the King of Pentagrams, which is, you know, Pentacles, with Crowley. And you could be like, what? But Crowley was that demon who took care of hell to his very best of abilities, and he changed and he evolved and he made the necessary sacrifice sometimes, because he sacrificed his relationship with the Winchesters just to make sure that his kingdom is still respecting him and taking well care of, even though that wasn't good for him, because he became much happier when he was working with the Winchesters. So I kind of like that. I think he's a very good King of Pentacles. What I chose, I have a few others because I just like this king. I like the fatherly and the grandfatherly energy of this king, definitely with the Pentacles and legacy. So I really like that there's a little fae here. And, you know, kind of, even though I read Pentacles as autumn or fall energy, it gives me some wintry, Santa Clausy vibes in a best way. And I like, oh, again, it's colored, so it's not the original one. I mean, just, you know, the card is original, I just colored it. I like how it's, you know, I mean, I didn't color the mountains here, so I might still do that because it's not obvious. But he holds the world in his hands, and he can offer that to you. And, you know, you can be sure that he's gonna, you know, take good care of that. Oops. And this one reminds you that sometimes this king is not as flexible as you would want them to be, but there's a reason for that. But for them, change can be a bit a problem, but it also means that they are very, very much grounded, so you can, you know, count on them. And just look at that. So happy and content and just very much kingish.